Damn, I really did not expect to be this emotional. It's just so funny. Ay, nako. We are traveling back in time and I'm reading the exact words that I wrote in this 2019 dream journal that I had so I could give money advice to my younger self who had big dreams so that you could learn from it too. What's up, guys? It's Nick. As you know, I'm a recovered shopaholic, now a money mindset coach, empowering working professionals to fund their dreams into reality. So this journal back in May 2019 to be exact, I listed down answers to the question, where do I aspire to be? And literally, like, you will see that it is filled, and little did 2019 me knew that I would make some of those dreams happen in 2021. So that's all fun and all, but the reality is this 2019 journal right here, this got buried and forgotten in my piles of stuff for 2 freaking years. Yeah, I was just one day decluttering my stuff and I was like, oh, here's a cute notebook. And then I remembered, oh my gosh. Honestly, I could have made my dreams happen earlier if only I had the right mindset and habits around money. So here's some important money advice so that you don't end up delaying and forgetting those big dreams that you have and instead fast track and prioritize them. If you're all about that, then make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel because you know I don't miss out on a new video every single week about mastering your money mindset. Now let's get into my money advice to my younger self. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read one of the things that I said I wanted to be or aspired to be, and then I'm gonna give her some money advice so that she could make it happen, okay? So in this journal, I said that I aspired to earn enough to live a simple, comfortable, and happy life that allows me to do my makeup slash coaching passion, plus have leisure time, plus spend time with loved ones, plus be in the moment. Ang dami kong plus, diba? Plus, 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 plus. 2019 me already had this coaching passion fired up in her, but then she didn't do anything about it. And yes, at that time, I still had my makeup videos. I was still talking about my makeup hauls and my makeup tips in my shopaholic days. I would say that I am living that simple, comfortable life that I know I find happiness in what I'm doing now, that I get to pursue my coaching business full time. Plus, I get to spend time with my family, with my loved ones, and just be in the moment. And sometimes it's just those peaceful afternoon tea moments where I just soak in what I have built for myself. And I realized like this is me living out my dreams. And although what I wish I could have done better is quantify what is enough, because I said here earning enough, because sometimes our definition of enough, it just keeps moving and moving, because if we don't define what's enough on our terms, then we're gonna keep following the rules of everyone else on what looks good. And so my money advice to that excerpt of mine on where I aspire to be is that for me to determine my ideal monthly income plus concrete savings targets to live out my dreams. So the problem is sometimes you have these big dreams, right? And we're like, I want that to happen. Yes, like in 10 years. And so what happens when you keep thinking like it's in 10 years, every single time that there's a new year, 10 years pa rin bago mo ma-achieve yung gusto mong pangarap na yon. And before you know it, you are like 50 and you're 60 and you wish that you just started out that dream. The challenge I had back then was like, how will I deal with the financial side of things? How will I deal with financial obligations, financial responsibilities? Because back then I was living on my own, and I would say like I grew up in a family wherein we learned to stand up on our own, and I knew for myself that I didn't want to rely on my parents or go back to my parents when things got tough financially, although I know that they would love me either way. But I just put that financial burden on myself that I was like turning 23 at that point, and then pasan-pasan ko na yung burden sa buhay. Like when we become adults, we forget that it's okay to dream. And that's the problem. We just keep thinking that our dreams are so far away. So we just keep distracting ourselves with the short-term rewards, buying the stuff we don't need, and then we forget about those dreams, just like I did. I forgot about that dream for 2 years. And so what I did was I determined, okay, what is the monthly income for me to really quantify what is enough for me to live that comfortable life where I get to pursue my coaching passions while I get to still be present to my family and my loved ones. Plus, what would be the savings, the buffer that I would need so that I could run my business, pursue my passions with ease, not out of panic, not out of scarcity. So that's why I have my freedom fund that I always talk about in this channel that allowed me to give myself permission to take the leap for my dreams. And I emphasize on permission, giving yourself permission, because no one else will give you permission unless you step in and decide that you can. And at the same time, what is your ideal monthly income that would cover your dream lifestyle? And this is something that I go deep with my clients on. What do you truly want? What is the cost of that? And what do you need to consider in terms of your living expenses to make sure that the income that you work so hard for is enough? Because the problem is we keep saying we don't have enough, but we don't quantify what is enough. And so what happens is we always think that we lack, that we don't have enough. And the problem is lack attracts lack. So if you're constantly focusing on the lack, you will always look at the things, the stuff, the experiences that you lack. And so for me, determining your ideal monthly income gives you something to strive towards, that is the version of enough that will give you the permission to go after your dreams. And your freedom fund will give you that buffer, that contingency, knowing that you can take care of yourself. Like, this is so powerful that I get to coach my clients with, that when they do this, when I get to guide them through this, through my worksheets, through my action plan, through my own processes that I went through myself, they realize that their dreams don't have to take 10 years before they actually do the first step. Their dreams are achievable. Their dreams are not far away. They can do it within 6 to 12 months. And isn't that so much better than thinking that it will take you 10 years, 5 years, or only by the time you retire? I've seen my clients pay off their debt so that they could run their business with ease and excitement again. I've seen them live independently, thinking that it wasn't even something that they considered, but realized that it was something that they've wanted for so long. I've seen my clients plan for ending their corporate stint. I've seen my clients create a huge shift in their careers in general because they realize that they've just been settling on where they are when their dreams are right there waiting for them to grab it. So this is what I love guiding my clients on through my sweet Debt-Proof Life Blueprint. This is freaking solid to give you the assurance that you can cover your dream lifestyle. You can go after your dreams while not worrying about if your expenses are covered, if your obligations will burden you in the future. That's why it's super important to have a personalized roadmap in funding your dreams, because everyone has a different set of dreams. If you're interested about my coaching program, you can check the link below. And this is where I guide my clients to master mindful spending and saving habits so that they could fund their dreams to reality. It's having crystal clear vision of their life so that they're also crystal clear on where their money is going. And it should be towards their dreams, their specific, achievable dreams. So you can check the link in my bio below. You can book a free assessment call to check if I'd be the right coach for you based on your dreams, based on your goals, so that you don't end up wasting 2 years of your life forgetting about your dreams just like I have. And I could help you fast track funding your dreams to reality so that you don't end up wasting more time. All right, so second thing I wrote in this journal in the list of where I aspired to be is that I wanted to tell my story on a bigger platform in hopes of inspiring others to be more kind, confident, and become more successful. Be a coach or mentor to empower others. You know, I swear to you, when I read this, so remember, I forgot about this for 2 years, right? When I read this in 2021 again, I was like, I've had these dreams for so long. Like, literally, I said, be a coach. But then months later, years later, I said, it's impossible. How could I do that? Like, how could I build a business from that? How can I even start doing that? And here I was, back in 2019, telling myself that this is what I've always wanted to be all along. That I always aspired to tell my story as it is. Sometimes, honestly, I have to take a breather between my videos because I'm like, damn, like, that is too honest. Like, that is too transparent. But honestly, before I felt like I held back, you know, back in my videos 2019, because I was just honestly scared of being judged, or like thinking that, does my story matter? Like, other people listening to what I'm sharing? Like, I was my own biggest critic, honestly. Like, I was already judging myself and I wasn't even talking about anything in detail yet. Honestly, it just makes me emotional just thinking about it. You know, not emotional like sad, but emotional because like how far I've come, you know? So I wasn't planning to become emotional in this video, but here we are. So I'm just gonna keep it real because honestly, in most of my videos, I would get emotional, but I would cut it because I felt like no one wants to see someone like that. But the reality is we just need to validate our feelings because how else are we going to go to the next level if we can't even face the current level that we are in, the current reality that we are in? So that's how I'm going to justify that. One of the greatest things that one of my clients told me, who is Kyle, and this really stuck to me, is when she said that, you know, I realized that the more I talked about my problems, the smaller it became. And it's just crazy to me looking back. That's why I couldn't grow my platforms before because I was scared to talk about the problems I've been through, the struggles I've been through about having dreams that I couldn't chase after or failing to reach my money goals back then. It's just amazing to know that I can be that person now to my clients, that I am that as the coach to my clients in my programs. And it's just tearing me up looking back at my 2019 self, knowing that that's all she wanted to be. She wanted to be that coach to empower others. She wanted to empower others that they could also be successful. Damn, I really did not expect to be this emotional. It's just so funny. Ay, nako. Well, here are the perks of living alone. No one's gonna judge me if I'm crying myself in front of a camera. I mean, these tears are like happy tears, knowing that I've come so far in 2 years, and also knowing that I'm also lifting people up from theirs, from the problems that they thought were so big that they couldn't overcome them, that they had big dreams and they thought that they couldn't chase after them. And now I am that person that holds their hand and lets them know that there are much more possibilities. There are so much more options for you if you just see it the way I see it. And it just made me realize that maybe if I talked about my problems sooner, if I talked about my struggles sooner, then maybe I would have helped more people earlier or sooner as well. That if there's anything for you to learn from this emotional mess, is that my second money advice is invest in a program in fast tracking your dreams. In 2019, I've already started looking into how I could be a coach, how I could have my own coaching business. And I already saw this program, this course that could really help me in starting things out, in really just learning and experimenting and get things going. But I pushed it aside. I forgot about it. I said that I don't have that much money to spend on a course. It was 50,000 pesos. And honestly, I had the money. I just was scared to invest that kind of money in thinking that I might fail. I might fail in this big dream. Sometimes we already focus on failing when we haven't even done the first step yet. And I just wish in 2019, or maybe at least in 2020, that I just invested in that freaking program, because honestly, what I delayed in 2 years, I was able to do in 3 months because of that program. And honestly, with the clients that I've been handling, those who started their own businesses, who are service providers, who are freelancers, social media managers, who are, having their small agencies, they started it because they invested in a coach, they invested in a program or in a course that helped them in fast tracking it. Sometimes we're like, we don't need support, we can do this on our own, we don't need help, and we just carry all the burdens, right? And that's what I said. We think that no one else will understand, or we think that we can just DIY ourselves. And even though we're so overwhelmed and so frustrated, because that's what I did, I was trying to do something, but nothing came out of it. All I did was I just kept watching endless YouTube videos and Googling stuff, but nothing really came out of it. If I just took that program earlier to start my coaching business, and maybe I would have helped more people. Maybe I would have reached more people. Maybe I would have transformed more lives, because I noticed that when my clients graduate from my coaching program, they're like, I really wish I took this earlier and stopped denying myself of help. or support that I need. And now my clients are leading by example to their families. They are now teaching their moms, they're teaching their siblings to handle their finances better. And now they're also encouraging their friends to start better money habits. And it's just, that's what I focus on, is like the ripple effect that I have been able to do just because I decided to say, hey, I need support. I need support so that I could help more people. It's just up to us now to ask ourselves, are we willing to receive help, to receive support that we need, so that we don't just keep wasting precious adult years, and actually make sure that every single day we are growing a step closer to our dreams. By the way, if you like daily inspo from me on your money mindset, then check me out on Instagram. Follow me over there, where I do a lot of infographics. I also post a lot of daily stories because I have a lot of insights in my head, and usually like I want to share it in the moment where I'm already there, and that usually happens over on Instagram. So you can also DM me over there if you want to share like the amazing takeaways that you get from my video. Third thing that I wrote in Where I Aspired to Be is I said that earn from making a positive impact in people's lives. Is it life coaching, YouTube videos, consulting, question mark? And then I said, reminder to self, stop worrying about what people think. Take the risk if it will make you happy. It just makes me like, aw, to myself that I wrote this, and now I'm just like living it, you know, as we speak in this video, that I am speaking my truth in my YouTube videos, and I've grown my TikTok platform to over 40,000 in a year, and I'm able to earn from doing what I love through my coaching business. If there is one money advice that I could tell her from after she wrote that down, you know, is that my third money advice is give yourself permission to get paid doing what you love. Okay, we think that there's always just gonna be this one path that we're meant to do. Oh, my parents had this career. They say you're gonna get most money if I take this career, then I'm just gonna follow that. And then along the way, we're like, is this something that you truly enjoy doing? Is this something that you wake up and you're like so passionate that you get to do it? And the thing is, we think that it's never in the cards for us. If we do what we love, then we're gonna get broke, we're gonna struggle, and then everyone else will judge us because we pursued something that they knew was gonna fail, and then you just disappointed yourself. You're probably wondering, like, what happened in those 2 years? Why did I forget about my dreams, these things that I'm telling you from my 2019 journal? And the thing is, I've always been like a workaholic, although I never really admitted it, but then looking back at it, I was a workaholic because I always thought, this is what I believed in, okay? I believed that my mindset was just life was just hard. Being an adult is just hard, and it's just part of life that I needed to be tough and work hard and hustle, even though I was exhausted, because that's just part of being an adult. And then one day I just realized, like, I worked so hard that I forgot what I was working hard for. That hit me, like I forgot the dream that I wrote in this 2019 journal, that I had the passion to help people. I had the passion to be a coach, to be a mentor, that they could make their dreams happen, that they could get crystal clear in determining the role of money so that they could pursue their dreams. Because what's the point of working so hard if you don't know what's the end goal? What's the purpose? What's the point of all of these hardships and money that we're able to earn if we just keep looking forward to retirement and retiring early? But what if there is a chance for us to get paid to do what we love and not settle for just what the path that everyone else told us that will make money? Having been coaching clients, they realize for themselves that they've been stuck in the career that their parents told them to get, but they realize they want something completely different. I have clients who have been working for so long, but they have passion projects that they've forgotten about. And so life just becomes on autopilot. Life is just hard, and you're just supposed to enjoy the weekends and suck it up on weekdays, you know? But what I'm telling you right here is that you have to give yourself permission to know that there are options. I thought that people were just lucky. People were just lucky that they get to do YouTube videos for a living. I thought that people were just lucky that they could start a business and make it successful. That's what I kept believing in. People were just lucky, and I just needed to be lucky. And I just kept waiting for the day that I would be lucky too. Well, I kept waiting and waiting for 2 years and nothing happened. That's why my advice to you is that give yourself permission. Don't wait. Don't wait for someone else to give you that control. Because when you decide to be in control and give yourself permission to find out that you also deserve to do what you love, to get paid doing what you love, whatever it may be, bring back the power in your hands. You look at, where are you spending on? What are the habits you have around money? Where is your money really going? And how can you better use your time, your money, your energy towards building the kind of career that you actually get to do what you love every single day? Yes, there will be bumps in the road, as I said, but I promise you, they're not mountains. They just seem like mountains in here. But the moment you take the first step, the moment that you accept support, the moment that you talk about the struggles that you have, the moment that you raise your hand and say, I need support, I need help, I want help, then you realize those mountains are just bumps in the road. But that road will actually lead you to where you always wanted to be. And you create your own path to your dreams. I really hope this is an eye-opening video and it got you fired up and inspired that your dreams can be possible. So actually, if you want to learn more about my journey and my story on how I funded my dreams, you can check out this video right after this one, because I share a lot of juicy tips from my own experience and from coaching my clients as well. So I will see you there.